Alright, what is up guys, welcome back to another video. We are just taking a quick look at Verasity here. Before we begin, please do like and subscribe, really helps out the channel. And with that being said, let's take a look at the charts here. So we can see pretty clearly that this range that we've been in for a little while here, obviously we had this overextension up to that 1 cent level, a big psychological target where a lot of people took profits on this massive pump that we did see. You could see we were down here around 1/5 of a cent, so really a nice 5x in the space of around 6 weeks for these people that bought at the bottom there. A very, very nice move, to be fair. If you put a nice little chunk of change into Verasity at the start of the year, you would have made around a 5x there in around 6 weeks at this high here. Maybe a little bit more at that 1.1 cent level. A very, very nice move. And then you can see, obviously, we did start to run out of momentum. This obviously a huge parabolic move. Was probably going to get a big retracement because we didn't make any support whatsoever or, reasonable structure. You can see here we obviously had a little bit of a consolidation, coiling up here, overextension, and then we come back down to retest a key level of support, which was that 0.23 Fibonacci. If we take a look at my Fibonacci, I've pulled it from the high of the previous bull market down to the current low of the bear market. I'm not sure if the bear market is over yet. Not enough confirmations in my opinion, but as you can see here, currently we have a 0.23 Fibonacci level here. We came down, back tested it. We formed kind of a range, you would say, really, wouldn't you? Along with, we've got some previous levels of structure here. We came back into this resistance, overextension, and a little bit of a deviation outside of resistance here. A big rejection of that move. And then we came down to the low here, tested support, got a little bit of a bounce, and you can see here now with Bitcoin having a little bit of bearish sentiment over the past week or so, we did see ourselves come down, close below the 0.23 Fibonacci along with this range low. These previous wicks here, you can see we've closed below them now. And now we've come down, back tested the next key kind of area of support, which is probably in and around this area of structure here, as you can see. If I just draw this line across, you can see there are a few areas here of previous resistance that could be flipped into support in this area here. Right now, Verasity having a little bit of a bounce here and relief in that area, probably going to at least come back up and retest previous support as resistance from what I can tell. But interestingly enough, the most interesting thing for me right now is where we are in terms of the RSI. A lot of things, generally the RSIs are quite a good indicator that we are reaching some of the lows, the immediate lows that we are seeing at pretty much every single time over the past few months that Verasity has got down to this oversold region here. Let me just highlight these areas. Pretty much every time that we've basically hit these levels, we have had a decent bounce in the markets. When we touch this line or get very close to it, you can see here, pretty much every time we do get a little bit of a rally in the markets. As you can see, obviously there's a few times where we get kind of close to it, but not close enough for there to be a big reaction. But if you take a look here, you can see the RSI right now dipping into that very oversold area. And the last time this happened here, we got this nice bounce off the support all the way back up to resistance. When we look at it here, you can see we've got that massive breakout and run up here. When we look at the RSI here, we got a little bit of a bounce in this consolidation range before heading lower. And back here as well, you can see a big reaction to come back up to the upside as well. We've got a few more areas where we did get quite oversold. Back here, a little bit of a bounce. Back here, a little bit of a bounce. Back here, a little bit of a bounce. Obviously in this region here, we had a little bit of just continued selling pressure, but really not that much volume or anything to justify actual stable or impulsive, good, strong volume moves in the market for Verasity. But we have come back with a lot of volume recently here, as you can see. So realistically, I think if we do start to see ourselves getting really oversold here with another push to the downside, we could see a nice reaction off the low, depending on just how much people really, pile back into Verasity. I mean, when you look at the weekly chart here, this thing's looking pretty spicy meatball, isn't it? You've got your big bull market, push, retracement, overextension, bear market, retracement, back down to a key level of support, breaking the downtrend. You can see the downtrend here, break of the downtrend, back test of previous areas of structure, and you could start to see a bull market over the next few years if things do go to plan. So right now for Verasity, I'm waiting for a little bit of a bounce here. I do think it's probably going to come over the next week or so, judging by what we're seeing on the charts. So that is really it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching indeed. Please do like and subscribe and all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next video.